He will then remove an anchor and cast it upon the sea. This traitor chief he beat. Master Chief Silverway will remove an anchor and place it under his pocket flap and over his heart, reminding him once a chief, always a chief. Will Crystal, Mason, and Graham please come forward to put on his shoulder boards and captain his cover? Captain Matter will now administer the oath of office.
I,
Chief Warrant Officer Dowdy,
Chief Warrant Officer Dowdy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties of the office in which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So just real quick before we read your commission, I just wanted to say something really fast. So I remember the exact moment that I met Chief Dowdy and actually our first conversation. It was my first day at the unit, and I barely got there, and they're like, "You're gonna go out on a harbor tour." And I said, "Cool." And Chief was the coxswain, and I, after the initial pleasantries, the first thing he says to me is, "I want to be an MSSD." And I was like, and I don't know what inspired him to just come right up and say that to me. I don't know if it was the M-pin or the fact that no matter how many times I wash my hair, I can never quite get the inspector smell. You know, that one part rust, one part oil, one part sweat out. But he did, and I had a great conversation about it. And what was so amazing is then the next 2 years, and probably the best part of this job is like seeing hard work, dedication, passion, and seeing that become dreams realized and goals achieved. And for the next 2 years, I got to see Chief Dowdy really just dedicate himself and be passionate about taking care of his crew and the jobs that he's done, and to be able to realize his dreams. And I got to see him go through the CCTI process and everything that entails. I mean, it might have been some of the finer points of the dinner because I was building salt and pepper shakers with your son, but that's besides the point. The point is, know, it really, really makes me incredibly proud and happy to see you realize and work hard and achieve your goals that you so freely shared with me 2 years ago. And I'm incredibly proud too that I get to continue to have a front seat view as you do this next leg of your journey. So welcome, my friend, to the sweaty, oily, rusty, coverall wearing, hammer swinging club. So with that, let's do this. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Randall J. Downey, I do appoint this officer to the grade of Chief Warrant Officer W2 in the United States Coast Guard. To rank as such from the first day of June in the year 2022, this officer would therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of office to which appointed by doing and performing all manners of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And this officer is to observe and follow such orders and directions from time to time as may be given by me or the future presidents of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue and forth during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America for the time being under the provisions of those public laws relating to the officers of the Armed Forces of the United States of America and the component thereof in which the appointment is made, done at the City of Washington this first day of June in the year of the Lord 2022, and the independence of the United States of America, the 245th year, by the President Alejandro Mayorkas, Secretary of Homeland Security.
By tradition, officers buy their first salute, silver dollar at the year of commission, and are expected to earn every single one after that. Chief Warrant Officer Dowdy has chosen his brother-in-law, Sergeant Seth Mahalik, to honor him with his first salute. Sergeant Mahalik, front and center. Hand salute. Ready, two. All right, time to pay up. All right. I am proud to introduce Chief Warrant Officer Randall Dowdy.
Thank you all for coming out. This really means a lot, the amount of support I have here in this town. And throughout my career, it really has been amazing. Captain Cole, Captain Adder, thank you. Bosun, thanks for putting this together. Let me start, because if I don't, I'm a fool. Start by thanking my wife. So Crystal and I have been together since we were 15 years old. Got married at the ripe age of 18, and she has been through this journey, and everything it's brought us the entire time. So the fact that I have her support, her being the true backbone of our family, it wouldn't operate the way it does, and I wouldn't be where I am today without her. So thanks. Of course, the Chiefs mess. You guys are awesome. I already told you that the other day. I'm not going to tell you that again too much. But really, it's been awesome having the privilege to serve alongside you guys here. And yes, we're always preaching leadership, but the mess here really has some of the best leaders I've had the privilege to work with and really learn from. So thank you for that. State Chaz crew, what up? You guys just make my job easy for the most part. But really, you guys do your job and you don't complain too much about it. So it's awesome. I'll tell you more when I depart next week, but thank you for everything you guys do for me. Thomas family, we keep going back and forth before we're deciding to live. Thank you guys for coming out. It really means a lot. Of course, Greg and Mary, thank you guys for being out here. Seth, I'm glad you could come out here so you can see what a real military ceremony looks like. That's all I got. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. You are cordially invited to attend a reception in the Chief's Mess, beginning in just a few minutes.
Did you get permission? Nope.
Thank you for attending today's ceremony.
Thank you, Master Chief.
Although there will be no formal receiving line, Chief Warrant Officer Dowdy looks forward to meeting and greeting all the guests at the reception.